Okay, now I'm going to show you the stem stitch. Throughout this block of the month, you're going to see that there are some vines and stems that run through the blocks, and the designer uses a stem stitch for those. So I'm going to show you this stitch. Again, same size needle, chenille needle number 24 with 12 weight thread. I've knotted my thread, and you're going to come up from the back and pull till the knot hits. Then what you're going to do, basically the stem stitch, it makes almost like a braid stitch. The closer your stitches are together, the thicker that stem is going to be. So you can decide whether you want it thin or thick. You might just want to play with that. But I'll show you about the size that I do each time. So I'm going to come up from the back. I am going to hold this thread down below. I'm going to hold it with my thumb, and I usually go not quite, I would say it's between 1/8 and 1/4 inch. And I make that first stitch by going in and coming back out halfway between where I started and where I initially put my needle in. So I'm going to keep this thread below, go halfway, and I'm going to pull. So you'll see when I pull this, my thread is coming up right in the middle of that stitch. Okay, so then I'm going to hold this thread down, and I'm going to try to keep that length consistent, again with my stitch, and I'm going to come out, and this time the middle of my stitch will be right at the edge or right at the end of that first stitch. So you'll see when I pull my thread, my thread is coming up halfway between halfway in the middle of this stitch that I just took. And I'm just going to continue to work my way along a straight line. You might have a curved line. You can decide how you want to mark it on your pattern. You can use a chalk pencil to mark. You can freehand it if you'd like, or you can try to trace the pattern with a white pen onto the black wool. But basically you can kind of see how this stitch makes almost like a braid. And the closer the stitch is, the thicker that's going to be. You just, again, want to stay consistent in your stitch length so that your stem is a consistent bulk, I should say, as you go. So that is the stem stitch.